So I can see a pattern here is that if we want to get our kids involved, it needs to be fun and engaging, but we also should be just doing it ourselves, that they just think this is normal part of life. Hey guys, welcome to Start Young. It's Lynn Padetti here, helping you to raise happy and successful kids. Now, in today's episode, I want to deep dive into the life of Jonathan because he's our fitness coach right here at Start Young. And today I want to learn more about how does he actually help our kids to become more fitter, because I think having kids at different ages might bring a different kind of challenges. Because I know my teenage son, he's always playing games. It's really hard to get into fitness. My little kids, they're so young, you feel like maybe you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, that's just all these limiting beliefs that I have. But deep down, we're all here because we want our kids to grow up healthy, fit, and successful. Because fitness helps them to feel good, have the energy to actually succeed in life. So welcome, Jonathan.
Thanks, Lynn.
So Jonathan, a little bit about how did you get started in this journey? Did you have your own kind of story, challenges that made you motivated to get into this area?
Yeah, definitely. So I got into fitness personally when I was a teenager. So in school, I was a very shy, skinny kid. So I got into fitness because it helped me increase my confidence, was the big thing. And then as I started to see results getting bigger, getting stronger, then my confidence started lifting. And then you get pretty obsessed with it, especially as a teenager, as a young boy with testosterone flying. So that's how I got started.
So how old were you when you first got started?
16.
16, okay.
Yeah.
So were you raised in a family of fitness at all, or was this just your own journey, seeing that you're not happy with yourself, so you decided to do something with it?
I'm a family of 5 kids, and I was the first person to get into fitness. And we're a Filipino family, like background is Filipino, and food is very high in sugar, very high in oil, and not very healthy. So we weren't very healthy at all, very conscious about fitness and so on. So I started on my own, seeing my friends do it. So I got involved that way. And I
don't know about you, but I actually had a negative relationship with health and fitness, because being Asian as well, my parents and even relatives, they would say, you're fat, or you're going to be fat. And they just kind of throw it out at you that as a kid, I started to have a very negative self-esteem, or I feel like I'm never good enough, or I feel like I'm fat. Even though I look back at the old photos, I'm actually not that. And so did you have that same experience where, yes, you got fit, but you didn't have a good relationship with health and fitness?
Not me personally, but my sister, for sure. She was the only girl of 4 other boys. So she actually became a tomboy, but wasn't really active. Yeah, she started getting a bit bigger. So just like you, Asian family, like aunties and uncles think like they're doing you a favor
by telling you the truth.
Yeah, exactly, no filter. But that had the reverse effect on her. She just went the other way and goes, stuff this, I'm just going to keep eating.
And see, that's the thing, it's so unhealthy. Just because your kids are getting into health and fitness, it doesn't mean that it's a good thing, because I know that I was kind of very upset and desperate and kind of really need to, and so I think our goal here is to help our kids to love health and fitness and see that it's a healthy, positive thing to embrace versus like, I need to look good because I want to prove someone that I'm not fat or I'm not ugly or whatever it is, right?
Definitely, that's right. And that's how we got into doing our Fitness for Kids program. Trin actually came up with a great idea, and because she's very
So Trin's your wife?
Yeah, Trin's my wife. She was really passionate about helping, especially our nieces, like seeing them obviously from the baby, growing up, the challenges, especially going into teenage life. She wanted to help them in terms of not just fitness, but life in general. But we saw a great idea to help, because as you know, these days with social media, there's a lot of pressure, especially with teenagers. Like we're talking about 13-year-olds and so on. I don't know about you, but when I was that age,
we didn't have all that
we didn't
pressure.
Do that. No, we didn't have that pressure. Like I see now that we're working a lot with kids, a lot of kids are starting going to the gym at a young age of like 13. Even like we got 10-year-olds wanting to do something with us. And like what you said, it is great they do it, but then it also has that they could do it for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
Because the body image is the big one, especially for teenage girls.
Yeah, that's right. So then do you reckon it starts with us as parents to, change our belief or relationship around fitness, and then doing it in front of them? So what I love about your program, so DIY PT, this is such an amazing program that I've been working out every single day. I actually feel so motivated to work out. I actually have to push myself to stop. As in, like, I should give myself a break, you know? Because I look at my chart and I'm like, oh my God, every single day I've been working out. It's because it's so easy. Every day I just work out by opening my laptop, and for 30 minutes, you've got a real PT training you up. And so I'm able to keep up a fit life amongst my busy schedule. And what the best thing is, the kids are watching me, around me. They might not be watching me the whole time, but I know they think this is normal. Fitness is part of daily life. And so was that the reason why you came up with this business model around working out from home?
Yeah, definitely. Because we've got 2 young boys, and as soon as they were born, we wanted to work with more kids, because we obviously got them to eat healthy, talked about fitness, and got them active. So we want to do that for other kids as well, because it is easy to get, when they're young, to get them started. And like you said, you don't really have to talk them into it. You just have to do it yourself, and they will just mimic you, and they get involved. What we found with our fitness programs, it's the teenagers who are harder to get into. Lynn, you've got a teenage son yourself. They love video games. So we do a lot of schools, and a lot of teenagers at that age, especially guys, they're very timid. They don't want to get involved because they're into their games. So depending on the age, especially, I'll start with teenagers, you want to...
So the DIPT that I'm in is an adults program. Just to be clear, there's an adults program where the goal is to, as parents, get fit and let your kids watch. Then you have also the kids program.
Yeah, that's correct. So we've got an online gym, is what Lynn's talking about. It's where we do our classes online. You can do it in the comfort of your own home. But then we also, on the side, do a fitness for kids program where we train kids.
Yes,
different ages.
And then so let's start with the teenagers, as you were talking before. Yeah. How are they different, and what are the challenges that we should expect? Like maybe we have small kids now, or others that have small kids, and they need to kind of maybe be a bit more proactive in helping them to get into fitness before it's too late.
Yeah. So different ages, they've got different motivations. Like I said, the hardest group is the teenage group. And it's
this
because...
is the age between 13 and
13 and 17. With teenagers, they're at that phase where they don't like to fail. Especially in front of their friends, especially in public, especially with cameras around. So when we do our Fitness for Kids programs, you find that they will stay back until someone else takes charge. And usually the people who take charge are the ones who are active, who are confident, who are sporty. What we do is, with teenagers, we play a lot of games, but more partner games, not in a group where they don't get embarrassed, or where they don't feel like people are looking at them. Whereas partner, which is you and me, it's more intimate, and everyone's doing something, so they're not looking at me.
Yeah.
So that's where we get them involved that way. And it's going to be games that, for one, they know. Because once again,
they don't want to look like they're trying and they don't know what to do.
Exactly, exactly. They don't want no chance to fail. So they need to have an idea of how to play the game. But then number 2, they're at that stage as well that they're competitive. So they want to win, and they love that competitive nature. So that's why teenagers usually get into sport, and same like video games as well, where there's a winner. That's why we play a lot of games where it's competitive with teenagers. Whereas the younger group, we're talking about 10-year-olds, you don't need to do much to motivate them. They've got a lot of energy, so they like to move. So we do a lot of group games because they're more about socializing. They like to play a lot of group games. And then the younger group, it's about just running around. It's not about games, it's not about anything scheduled. It's just give them a ball, have some sort of rules to it, so obviously so they don't hurt themselves and so on. We find they're the easiest ones to train, but what you have to do is make sure you supervise them.
So I can see a pattern here is that if we want to get our kids involved, it needs to be fun and engaging, but we also should be just doing it ourselves, that they just think this is normal part of life. Because I think my journey with fitness is that sometimes I'm even grateful the fact that I had these people telling me I'm fat or whatever, so I was really motivated to exercise. I did gain weight and I was fat, so I had a reason to exercise. And then I was thinking about those who just look skinny and they have no reason to actually exercise. So it's one of those things where it's hard to tell what the benefits are until you're actually doing it. And so now that I just do it every day, and because I do it so much, I have so much energy. And then my kids just don't do it because they're trying to lose weight or anything. They're just doing it because that's just life. I think it's so good, because then now I know they're going to be growing up with, it's normal to be fit, and when they see people not exercising, maybe they think it's not normal, which is such a good habit to have, right? Because you don't want it to be back with me, it was really like this negative pressure to try to exercise to look a certain way.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And like you said, again, like with kids, they feel like, oh, I'm young, I've got heaps of time to get fit and healthy. And especially if I look skinny now, I don't have a big issue. But what I find the message that you need to give with kids is that it helps, like I said, how I got into it was confidence, especially teenagers. Their confidence can take a dip, especially these days with social media and friends and family telling them how they look and so on. We find teenagers have a low confidence, and a lot of kids have low confidence. So I find exercise is a great way to increase confidence because it gives you immediate feedback.
Yes,
It gives you instant feedback.
Yeah.
Like doing a burpee, you know, Lynn yourself, like
Yes.
doing burpees in like the Tabata, 20 seconds of burpees, doing 5 of them for 8 rounds. And you're like, wow.
Yeah.
You feel like you've increased your fitness.
Yeah. Oh my God, this really raised a good point that I remember is that I used to exercise from an app, you know, without a PT, and I would give myself, you know, time off. I'm like, I'm tired. I just give up. But when you have a real PT in this program, is that you get pushed. You go, I don't think I can do this in your mind, but because you're doing it with a group online, you don't want to disappoint yourself and be embarrassed with others as well, right? We're still kids at heart. I still feel like we have this competitiveness or don't want to fail, don't want to look bad. But what's good is that we end up achieving more than we thought we can. And so you're right, I do feel really confident after you give us this kind of 8 rounds of burpees and you're like, oh, and when you do it, you're like, oh my God, it feels so good. And that boost of energy in the morning is the reason why I can run so many businesses and have so much energy, because that's why now it's normal when I exercise. It's abnormal when I'm not exercising. And that's why I'm addicted to your program. So guys, I just want to wrap it up here, but the best part about DIPT is that they actually give away 7 days free fitness passes. So in the comments, not in the comment, in the description below, you'll find a link where you can apply to be part of the program and test out the program itself. You know, why not? I just feel like in life, it's just give it a go and see if you like it. And for me, I didn't think I would like it because I thought I wanted my alone time at the gym and just work out on my own. But joining it now made me realize, oh my God, I've saved so much time, no traveling, no nothing. And then my kids, the best part is the whole point is my kids are watching this and I know that I'm leading them good examples. So any last takeaway you want to share?
No, I think you summed it up really well.
Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up or subscribe, or else we've got more videos for you to watch.